WTF, WTF.
Good God, I cannot wait to see what Edge has got to say for himself on the grandest stage of them all. It is going to be the most shocking revelation of his career to date. It is going to be a better promo than his retirement. My arse is sweating. I'm Ross from Cultaholic.com. You are my sexual wank pheasants, and welcome to all of the WTF moments from this week's episode of SmackDown Live. Now imagine being that lady there, not being able to contain your excitement at the sight of little old Daniel Bryan. It was like a proper horny woman seeing a Beatle in the swinging 60s. The hand was over the mouth. It looked like she was hyperventilating. If I was standing here in a different skin, I would probably be calling her a dirty, filthy mart right about now, but I'm not dressed like that anymore, so I'm not going to call her that. It was nice to see, and something you don't see very regularly these days, therefore it is a WTF moment. Dick. So after weeks of claiming that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn's attack on Shane McMahon had nothing to do with Colonel McSweaty Bowles' illness, Tom Phillips kicked off last night's episode of SmackDown Live by claiming the pair's attack on Shane McMahon caused a hernia. So their attack did then. While I do think the hernia Shane McMahon had was completely legit, there is photographical evidence of him in a hospital for crying out loud. I believe the cases of diverticulitis, that's how that's said, and a staph infection are completely made up so Shane McMahon can say he recovered from the things Brock Lesnar and CM Punk had in double quick time just so he could valiantly wrestle on the grandest stage of them all. But Jesus Christ, slap my arse and call me Betty, what would I give to see Shane McMahon crap his pants just like CM Punk did on the grandest stage of them all? I can only dream. And now it's time for a dramatic reenactment of the highlight of last night's show. That's right, after basking in the glory of having a little bit of banter at Shane McMahon's expense, Daniel Bryan completely forgot his lines as we embarked on a prolonged period of shaky palm tree awkward turtle-ting. So Daniel Bryan asked the Nashville crowd, do you really want to see us hug it out? And the Nashville crowd replied with a unanimous yes, yes, yes chant. Hugging? Really, Nashville, you kinky bastards? Snitsky likes his feet, Nashville likes the hugging, Michael Cole likes his big dog, each to their own, I guess. And then Byron Saxton made the most pointless comment since Rodney Mack last opened his trap when he claimed that Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan, otherwise known as Sweaty in the Beard, want to eradicate Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn from SmackDown Live at WrestleMania. And what do you mean, Byron Saxton? Everyone's mission statement at WrestleMania is as clear as day. Charlotte wants to end the streak and retain her Women's Championship. Shinsuke Nax wants to win the WWE Championship, and Ronda Rousey wants to murder Stephanie McMahon, because if she doesn't, I'll be saying something very internet. Sorry about that, I lost the power of speech thinking about what Ronda Rousey's gonna do to Lady Balls on Sunday. I can't wait, and if she doesn't, I'll be very upset. Who cares about either of those things there? What about the Women's Championship she's won? God forbid we learn something about Natalya that legitimizes her position as one of the finest lady grapplers on the planet. No, none of that nonsense. Let's find out how many fucking followers a cat has on Instagram. I hate 2018. Please somebody stop the world from spinning. I want to get off. Made a grave mistake, Corey. Charlotte's got as much at risk in a meaningless match against Natalya on SmackDown Live as she has on Sunday on the grandest stage of them all at WrestleMania, defending her Women's Championship against the undefeated Asuka, Corey. What the hell are you talking about, you silly ice gem looking prick? Again, this all comes down to bloody momentum. I cannot wait for the WWE Momentum Championship to debut because they put far too much emphasis on a thing that doesn't really exist. And in summary from last night's show, Carmella has no idea how the Money in the Bank cash-in works. Why on earth did you waste time waiting for a referee when there was one already in the ring, Carmella? You must know how it works by now. You run down to the ring, you give your briefcase to the referee who's already refereeing a match. He then discusses that with the ring announcer announces it, then you have the match and you round the bam. Of course, you only bring your own referee when the match the champions just had has ended and there's no referee in the ring to referee a match. URANUMPTY. N-U-M-P, you're a numpty. Now we're going twos up on a bastard here, so strap yourselves in because it's going to be a bumpy ride. Now, despite the fact that he promoted the Mixed Match Challenge more times than Hull City have been in the last 10 years, Byron Saxton claimed that next time Asuka and Charlotte would be in the ring together would be on the grandest stage of them all at WrestleMania. That is incorrect, of course, because the Mixed Match Challenge was going to happen immediately after SmackDown Live. And then just after that, you'll never guess what happened. Made a grave mistake, Corey. Corey called him a derelict again. Why on earth does Corey Graves keep calling people derelicts? They're not bloody buildings, pal. AJ Styles is comparing himself to a dog. Now I guess that means he's the medium dog. What a great way to promote wrestling by showing a bar full of people having a gay old time while not watching wrestling. We'll never be the cool kids, will we? And next up, we have the sign and the shirt at last night's episode of SmackDown Live. Thank you very much to that woman there, and thank you very much to a man whose name I cannot pronounce, Mr. Meckies, Mr. Messes, Mr. Mez. I don't know what your name is, pal, but thank you very much. Please make sure that whenever you out there go to a WWE event, you join them in joining us by taking signs and promoting the good name of Cultaholic throughout the WWE universe. Finally, Aiden English cuts a 100% babyface promo without the use of one heelish line in there to completely ruin my day. It finally looks like WWE are going to go with Rusev Day as a babyface thing. It's actually going to happen. I can't believe after all these weeks of bollocks made in English, it's actually going to happen. You need to grab to each animal and head for the bastard border. Just with a catchphrase. The end is nigh, the end is nigh, time to run away, the end is nigh, nigh. You can just imagine it, can't you? Some bloody hipster with some thick rimmed spectacles and a horrible moustache walks up to Randy Orton. Now Randy, we'd like to frame you so you're watching the TV at a quirky angle so we can catch the emotion on your face. This allows us to film the television and show the action in the ring at the same time, Randy. What do you think, Randy? No, pal. Why on earth aren't there more people like Randy Orton on this planet? I do not know. You are a godsend, you boring bastard. So here's a direct quote from Bobby Roode. I wouldn't say I have jitters. I'm excited. I'm anxious. So you do have jitters then. It's squeaky bum time, isn't it, Bobby? Oh, poo me pants. Now, after 4 years of being a thing, did we really have to sit through a lengthy discussion of how to work the WWE network? Are we all of a sudden grandmas and grandpas WWE? Now, rumours have it that Jimmy Uso is still hanging in whatever arena SmackDown Live was in last night after being left hanging by his brother after an attempted high-five thing. Now, when something like this happens on the YouTube, the proper YouTube numpties put all sorts of memes in to make themselves look cool, hip, hop and happening. So I'm going to ask Richard Tubman to do that now. Richard, please put them in. Am I cool now? Ah! Somebody spanked me. I thought he was dead. The sighting of Primo : just had my : leave my arse. I guess Epico must be dead though. Where was he? Now sticking with that match where Primo : was, it was funny to see Dolph Ziggler in there because it proved that he is the single biggest numpty in the history of WWE. Just think about it. He's gone from winning the United States Championship to relinquishing the United States Championship to one of the worst Royal Rumble comebacks in the history of the Royal Rumble to an even worse Fastlane performance, and now he's taking part in pointless 8-man matches on SmackDown Live. Dolph Ziggler made a grave mistake, Corey. And this time, Corey Graves claims that this Sunday in the André the Giant Memorial Battle Royal match, there will be no teammates. This is despite the fact that the Revival have made a big old hoo-ha how they're going to be the first ever team to win the match together. Isn't that cute? And next up we have Byron Saxton making a big old hoo-ha about how Fandango has been a part of every single André the Giant Memorial Battle Royal match at Had Mayo like Shania Twain, because it didn't impress me very much. Because she's Italian now. Bragging about being a part of every single armbar match is like bragging that you were part of the Sunderland team that broke the record low points total for the Premier League in 2002 and 2003. Or it's just like bragging that you were part of the Sunderland team that broke the record low points total in the Premier League in 2005 or 2006. Yes, they're records, but they're not things you want to brag about. Have some respect, you bald prick flicking the V's at André the Giant. Who the hell do you think you are? Right back at you, pal. Oh, wouldn't you just know it? There's 2 microphones on an announced table. What on earth are the chances of that happening? That's where they're kept all the time, aren't they, WWE? No, they're not. This moment was so contrived. And when we're talking about Kevin and Sami, I don't like the fact that they've turned up 3 or 4 times since supposedly being fired from WWE. This just gives the impression that they're still taking their bookings, making their bookings, traveling with the SmackDown Live crew because they haven't actually been fired in real life. I feel it would have been a lot more effective if they just turned up at WrestleMania after weeks of being away, you know, because they're fired. Now I know they've got a big match to promote at WrestleMania, but this is my show and I'll say what I want, thank you. Oh, and wouldn't you just know it as well, there's a cameraman in the dark depths of the crowd as well, because that's where a cameraman is always loitering. What a coincidence, hey? This moment as well was so contrived. Now I would have accepted this moment as not being a contrived one if Roman Reigns still made his entrance down that part of the crowd, or if he was on SmackDown for the fact, but the fact he doesn't make his entrance down there and he's on Raw, so that's contrived. Tomorrow night. Did the bloke writing that have a stroke or something? Tomorrow night. Well,
where's the belt?
Where's the belt, Uncle Adam? The medium dog says. How do you not know this by now, AJ? 2 years into your WWE career, that is not a belt. A belt holds your pantaloons up. That, my friend, is a championship title thing. And that's it for the WTF moments for this week's SmackDown Live. No wankety wank this week. Shame on all of you, but thank you once again for being a sexual wank pheasant. You can follow me on Twitter at Ross on Wrestling. Head over to @Cultaholic, where you will see a giveaway competition for a series of copies of WWE 2K18 WrestleMania Edition. You can also pledge to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Cultaholic. We love you if you do, but most importantly of all, do not forget to join us